I'm just gonna come out and say, all right, I am trying to get out of a toxic environment. A lot of shit has happened to me over the past week, but also a lot of shit has happened to me over the past 2 decades, more or less. Like, more or less over the past 20 years. Part of it's financial abuse, right? Because I have proof. I'm trying to get proof for personal matters. This isn't like a call out post for anyone online. This is just me getting some personal stuff off my chest. I don't know who exactly is going to listen to this, but I just feel like this abusive dynamic revolves around me keeping my mouth shut, which is deeply disturbing and obviously very uncomfortable. So, what's posting on YouTube gonna do? It's just gonna get out there. It's just gonna let people know, hey, here's what I'm going through. And hopefully it'll get me back into YouTube. This is not for views. Like, I know when people rhetorically ask, am I doing this for views? Of course I'm doing this for views. It's YouTube. This is not for views. This is just gonna be on my channel. Yes, my barely active channel. I've been going through a lot trying to find a job. I'm almost on my way to solidifying a career, knock on wood. And it's been difficult. It feels like my life is a shitcom, right? Like something goes right, and then the circus has to come in and then make sure something goes wrong. Like I get something fixed or something taken care of, and something has to come around and ruin it. And I have to not react negatively, at least not outright, because people know that I'll be the nice one. People just know that I'm like, yes, I am here to please. I'm not here to please, but I have a lot of people just getting in my face too, telling me that they know I'm such a nice person and that they know that I'll be okay with whatever bullshit they throw my way. Now, obviously, this isn't everyone. I have good, nice people in my life who know I'm a nice person and they don't mean it in a way. Like, I know you'll let me take advantage of you, but there are some people I don't associate with and they get in my personal space anyway. And they act like that. But back to this abusive situation. Yeah, so basically for the past 20 years, and it hasn't just been by one person. It's been by like two competing parties. And what the person I'm talking about now has enablers. One of the things I dislike in my life is toxic positivity, right? Like, just yesterday, I guess a few days ago, as I'm recording this right now, I requested help. I barely got it. And, a big deal was made about my emotions. I was pretty emotional. Not hysterical. I kept my composure except for, me crying. I wasn't bursting out sobbing, boo-hoo, but, I had a lot of tears on my face because the situation sucked. It happens when, like, someone just goes through mental abuse for damn near most of their life. Yeah, they're gonna break at some point, right? Like, it isn't girlish, it isn't unmanly, it's a human fucking response. Why am I getting defensive? Because I am, and you can deal with that. But Yeah, this is deeply personal for YouTube. That's why I'm leaving a lot of things out. But I'm sure you can piece some things together. I'm not relying on you to, though. Like I said, this is just so that my mouth doesn't have to be shut. It's to get me also just more comfortable at speaking out. And basically, me showing emotions was, I mean, the person who was like making a big deal out of it called it acting out because they were getting in my personal space, and I said, please stop, I'm overwhelmed. I should have said, please stop, you're overwhelming me. They were doing this thing where they were asking a question. The minute you murmured an answer, they got closer into your personal space and face and just jumped on another question. And if you said something that they didn't like, they're like, well, why not? Here's my opinion that you didn't ask for. Here's my personal feelings you don't give a shit about. And yeah, and they said I'm acting out. I was not acting out. This isn't meant to be a legal video either. This is just my personal account. But yeah, I've just been like dealing with so fucking much. I've been like trying to just have quiet for finding a job. People make things out to be way easier than they actually are. I'm not making excuses, even if it sounds like it. Like, I do try to do these things, and people throw it in my face like I've been trying to do these things, but it's like doing these things aren't easy. Like, sometimes the library is closed, or sometimes it's not quiet because you have some person playing stuff off their phone, or you'll have kids be kind of loud, right? But you tone it out. I have a personal thing against shushing. It shuts off my brain. I hate shushing. I cannot stand shushing. And guess what half of the fucking background at the library is? Sometimes if the kids are like screaming and it's been going on for like minutes on end. But other times, a kid says something at a speaking level, like, hey mom or dad, I found this cool chapter book. But they're shouting, they're announcing to the whole library. They just weren't whispering in a setting where other people aren't whispering. And so one time this happened like in a fucking grocery store where the speakers were playing music loud as hell. And it's like, yeah, I did not need that because I was working at that grocery store at the time. But it's like, I'm already tired. I'm already racing up the stairs into like the workers' room. I did not need to hear shushing because a kid was like trying to get his mom's attention or some crap. Like, dude, what the fuck? But yeah, just a bunch of exhausting bullshit. So I got help involved, and my abuser, because that's what they are, was just laughing at a bunch of insidious shit. Like, a mean comment was made about me, and I was like, wouldn't it be so funny? No, it wouldn't be, because I don't do the same shit you do. And it's like, sometimes good points are made against me. I'm not entirely in the right. I also fucked up. Alright, okay. I'm not this queen of vanity. My abuser tries to explain to me I am, but now you see the problem. They keep gaslighting me. Well, they kept gaslighting me over years, and I kept letting it slide because I did not want a war with them. And now, even after my patience has run thin, like, I don't keep saying, you know what, I'm done. No, because I already don't let shit slide anymore. That's why I appear angry and toxic. Probably because I act angry and toxic to someone who's been pulling shit and gaslighting and finding excuses to pull me into stupid fucking arguments and yell at me and twist words for fucking years. And they interrupt me. They fucking just lie. I'm gonna give you a fun little anecdote. It was my birthday, right? I wasn't screaming. I was ranting at speaking level. So they came in and told me to stop because they didn't want me isolating us from the neighbors who would just assume my rant was about them. I'm sorry, that sounds stupid. And this person has full on fucking screamed at me before. I've screamed at them back. I've screamed at them back. But like they yelled their ass off and then got on my ass for being too loud because we might get kicked out. But it's like, no, now you're just, I wasn't even yelling here, so you're just being controlling. Because this person is no stranger to lying or going, but don't you see? Even when, like, I don't start a conversation with them, which is an excuse to use, like, oh, you started a conversation. Okay, and that doesn't give you license to be fucking awful to me. And of course, why are you painting them as some awful person? Because that's what they fucking act like. What? I have to go, oh, technically they did this or anything. That could have been a love bomb. That could have been love bombing. It could have been love bombing the whole fucking time. I'm not claiming to know everything. I'm not claiming to be an innocent little sugar pop gumdrop. But they want me to be. That way they can yell at me for doing that. It's not gonna work. But they still yell anyway. But yeah, so an argument started. I shut it down. They were leaving. So someone asked them, oh, are you going for a walk? And then they said, it's that or kill her. I called the police. Because, like, is it overreactionary? I don't know. I mean, I had to get a court order of protection against this person because they were often violent with me over the years. And it wasn't like some shit where, oh, every 6 months they beat me. But, like, there were some fucking years with this asshole where they would just get violent from time to time. And it wasn't only in that 1 year where they were violent too. I still remember when I was a minor and they would get drunk and they would just pick fights with me, call me names, and then smack the back of my head like a fucking bongo drum. But yeah. And of course this lying their ass off to the police. You know, they keep trying to explain my character to the police, like, just so you know, this is how she thinks, this is how she feels. She thinks, oh, you know, I'll just use the police. And they have to be, like, so quick to explain why I called them in the first place. First time I had to call the police, they weren't buying it. Second time? I don't know. Third time may have been a mistake, but then again, it's like every time I'm humbled, it has to come from someone who's half listening, talking out of their ass. Has to come with a few exaggerated truths, a few lies, because, you know, if I have to, like, learn my lesson, it can't just be through honest means. I have to accept bullshit with it. Okay, it's like, it's not like I can just swallow a truth pill. Damn, that's bitter, but hey, I'm better for it. No. Humble pie fucking just shoved down my throat. More than I bargained for. More than I ordered. More than I deserved. But yeah, now you know some of my story. Again, this isn't like for views, and it's not meant to be like a statement used for anything. I'm just getting some stuff off my chest and out there, and just trying to be more comfortable with confronting this thing head on and fighting back against it. Because that's how I've fought for my rights around here, fighting.